Hi guys and gals, it's John
Emily
from AFK Books and Records in beautiful Virginia Beach, Virginia, and we have a guest appearance by none other than Dimitri. His most anticipated album of the year is right here. He's going to tell us all about it. Dimitri! Woo!
So we've got Rina Sawayama, Hold the Girl. I'm so excited. Woo! It is her highly anticipated sophomore album. Sees Rina once again juxtapose intimate storytelling with arena-sized songs.
Arena size, nice.
Creating another ambitious and original album, a bold and honest statement of her personal evolution. It finds her coming to terms with her own past and the jubilation of turning to the future. We've got two versions. We've got the red one that John showed you, and we've got the indie.
Amazing indie exclusive Marble. Check it out. All right.
I love you, Rina. Always and forever.
Next up, we've got...
Give me my stool back.
We got these guys right here. Pink Floyd, Animals. The iconic 1977 album has been remixed for the first time by Mr. James Guthrie. Taking inspiration from George Orwell's Animal Farm, the album depicts the different classes of people as animals. We've got three flavors for you. Limited 180-gram vinyl right here with 28-page booklet. A Blu-ray version with a 16-page booklet. And a CD with a 28-page booklet.
So many versions.
Look at that. So many different versions of Animals in the house. What a great record. So glad to have this.
Next up, from RSD Essentials, A Charlie Brown Christmas. Another shiny repress from the fine folks at RSD Essentials. This one is pressed on pretty marbled snowstorm colored vinyl.
By the way, we got a lot to show you today. We've got, I think, almost 40 records, so we're going to have a full wall. Mars Volta, self-titled, the band's 7th studio album and first in over 10 years. It's getting ridiculously great reviews. NME, giving it 5 stars, called it a masterpiece, both astounding and masterful. Consequence of Sound calls it simpler yet wholly satisfying. So get satisfied, Mars Volta. There you go.
I feel like simple Mars Volta is still pretty complex.
It's still pretty complex. In a good way.
Yes. Is Supergrass, the third album from the Brit pop alt rockers. Originally released back in '99 and now repressed on neon orange vinyl. It cracked the top 3 in the UK with the singles Moving, Pumping on Your Stereo, and Married.
All right, next up we got The Kinks, the 1964 debut album from one of the world's greatest and most successful rock bands, featuring a mixture of popular R&B covers and the band's own compositions. Includes the smash hit You Really Got Me and Stop Your Sobbing, later included on the Pretenders debut by Ray's then Squeeze and mother of his child, Chrissy Hynde. Wow.
Next is Clutch, Sunrise on Slaughter Beach. We've pre-sold out of this first shot, but have more on the way for next week. This is their 12th and first in over 4 years. Louder sound gushes. It's a joyous conflagration of riffs, grooves, and bittersweet wit. It proves that even after 30 years and 13 studio albums, Clutch are rock and roll's most reliable champions.
Clutch.
Yeah.
The London Suede, Autofiction, the 9th full-length studio release for Britpop alternative rock band Suede, aka the London Suede here in the US. It's said to be their punk record. Uncut Mag calls it infectious, silly, and even a little dangerous again. Pressed on limited gray wax.
Next is Peppa, Conatown, the debut from the Reggae Rockers, originally released back in 2002. Now back for a 20th anniversary edition on limited translucent yellow vinyl.
Next up, we've got Redman, Meldau, McBride, and Blade, Long Gone. The members of the legendary original 1990s Joshua Redman Quartet reunited after 26 years for 2020's Grammy-winning Round Again. They're back in action, tearing up the jazz charts with 6 new compositions right here.
Next is Julian Lage, View with a Room. The jazz guitarist discovers new orchestrational possibilities on his sophomore Blue Note release, expanding his trio with the addition of fellow guitarist and Blue Note label mate Bill Frisell. 10 compelling new original compositions that explore a wide range of guitar sounds and textures, with these two distinctive masters seamlessly blending their unique 6-string styles.
Next up, we got Floggin' Molly, Anthem. Their 7th and first album since 2017's Life is Good sees them reuniting with Steve Albini, who mixed their 2000 album Swagger. We've got a limited indie-exclusive goldenrod colored vinyl for ya. Floggin' Molly.
Keeping with the Irish theme, The Chieftains, Bears Sonic Journals. This never released before project from the Owsley Stanley Foundation is the last ever by the legendary member Paddy Maloney. It was recorded live by the talented soundman Owsley Bear Stanley at Boarding House in San Francisco on October 1st, 1973, where they appeared at the personal invitation Jerry Garcia.
That's pretty cool. Next up, Fletcher, Girl of My Dreams. Her first studio album, Carrie Elise Fletcher, hails from New Jersey. Her breakthrough single, Undrunk, was released in 2019 and became her first single to chart on the Billboard Hot 100 and reached #1 on Spotify's viral chart. Sadly, we pre-sold out of this one, but we've got more on the way and even have a bonus litho to keep you engaged here and to sweeten the proverbial pot. Fletcher.
Oh, next we got Shiny. GA20 Crackdown. For their third outing, the blues band creates an unvarnished, ramshackle blues that is at once traditional and refreshingly modern, with tight, propulsive performances and a brevity and punk energy reminiscent of the Ramones. Hey, that wasn't planned. It is rowdy and fun and filled with instantly memorable, well-crafted songs on indie-exclusive Purple.
Next up, we got Dayglow, Fuzzy Brain, limited edition pink reissue of the Texas-based singer-songwriter and multi-instrumentalist 2018 viral debut album, which was home recorded. The catchy, effervescent, guitar-based indie pop takes influence from a variety of artists, from Phoenix to James Taylor. Sounds like a pretty good mashup.
Next we have Dayglow Harmony House. This is Sloan's sophomore album, inspired by the piano-driven rock from the late 70s and early 80s. The album was written, produced, performed, and recorded entirely by Dayglow himself. Limited edition orange vinyl.
Nice. We got Michelle Branch, The Trouble with Fever, her fourth solo album, created during the pandemic lockdown and co-produced with her husband, Patrick Carney, who I think is he in some Black Keys band?
I think so.
Something like that. There you go, Michelle Branch.
Next we got Double Train.
Double Train.
We've got
Woo,
Blue
woo.
Train. Oh, I missed
Woo,
the
woo.
opportunity to do it.
A woo woo.
Okay. Anyway, his first great masterpiece. This is the legendary saxophonist Soul album as leader for Blue Note, available in its original mono form. Nope, is the one in my hand.
This is
Haha,
heavier.
psych. We also have the stereo version, which includes a second disc of alternate and incomplete takes, 4 of which have never been released, and none of which have ever been previously released on vinyl. And it's Tone Poet.
Yeah,
You know,
RBG.
yeah, you know.
Kevin Gray, all that good stuff. We also just got one of those huge banners that we're going to set up of this so you can come in and take your picture with the late, great Coltrane. Next up, we got Josh Harlow.
Nope, Jack.
No, Jack Harlow. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it's not Josh. Come Home, The Kids Miss You. The Louisville rapper's sophomore album is finally available on wax. Features appearances from some heavy hitters like Snoop Dogg, Pharrell, Lil Wayne, Drake, and Justin Timberlake, and back cover art by none other than Ralph Steadman. This is on limited Milky Clear vinyl.
cool.
That's pretty cool.
How did he swing that?
How do you do that?
That's pretty dope.
That's crazy.
Next up is Murlocs, Rapscallion. The 6th album from the Aussie Rockers is a coming-of-age novel in album form, populated by an outrageous cast of misfit characters. Teenage vagabonds and small-time criminals, junkyard dwellers, and truck stop transients. It marks a major creative leap in their most magnificently heavy work yet. It's Sardine Bath Edition, which means light blue and clear galaxy-colored vinyl.
Nice. Miles Davis, You're Under Arrest. A partner album to his previous release, Decoy. This album was also produced by Miles and loaded with the synths of Robert Irving. It has some surprising new looks at pop tunes by Michael Jackson and Cyndi Lauper, and also features the return of John McLaughlin on guitar and a guest performance from Sting, remastered from the original analog tapes and pressed on crystal clear vinyl.
Look at that sleeping dog.
Nice. We got Sleepy Doll?
Yeah, she's
There
sleeping.
she is. She just,
Oh.
her ear went. "Whoop."
Next is Of Montreal, Free Wave Lucifer, and that's all I can say of this album title. The 17th album from the Georgia indie psychedelic pop group Pitchfork says, an astonishingly good late period record from Of Montreal. This is uncomfortably savage in its depiction of breakup psychology, as it is relentlessly catchy. It's on Cyan.
Nice. Parkway Drive, Darker Still, the 7th studio album from the Australian metalcore band. It finds the band sonically standing shoulder to shoulder with rock and metal greats Metallica, Pantera, Machine Head, Guns N' Roses, as much as it does their metalcore contemporaries. This is on indie exclusive with Red Smoke.
Next we have Julian Lennon, Jude, the first album in 11 years from the Grammy-nominated singer-songwriter. The title references the Beatles song written for him by Sir Paul. Indie exclusive, green vinyl.
All right, next up, we got Mr. Marcus Mumford, self-titled. Marcus goes sunless on his debut solo album, including duets with Ms. Brandy Carlisle, Phoebe Bridgers, Clairo, and Monica Martin. on 180 gram vinyl with bonus litho right there.
There
There
he
he is.
is.
There he is.
Next, we've got Ella and Louie again. The duo that critics have called a match made in heaven are in peak form on the sequel to their 1956 debut. Ella's voice, warm and sweet as honey, and Louie's gravelly croon formed a sound built for commercial success, remastered from the original tapes and manufactured at QRP on 180 gram vinyl in a tip-on gatefold.
Joe Lovano, I'm All For You, ballad songbook. His sublime 2003 album found the saxophonist wrapping his ravishing sound around timeless melodies like Stella by Starlight, I Waited For You, and Like Someone in Love. Original tapes, Kevin Gray, 180 gram vinyl. You know the drill. Blue Note.
Next, we've got Taking Back Sunday, Louder Now, the third studio album from the platinum-selling rock band, originally released back in 2006. I bought it back then on CD. Probably from like Kmart or something.
Wasn't there a record store back then? There probably wasn't.
Not where I lived in
probably
southern
wasn't.
Ohio.
So sad.
You had to drive like 3 hours to go to a bookstore, so. It was their first with a major label, debuted at number 2 on the Billboard 200, and was gold certified in just 2 months. And it features the banger, Make Damn Sure.
Little Big Town, Mr. Sun, the 10th album from the multi-platinum Grammy-winning country outfit, and their first new music in over 2 years, pressed on baby blue wax. Country.
Next, we have Aaliyah, I Care For You, the first posthumous compilation album by the Princess of R&B. Following her tragic and untimely passing, Blackground Records released this comp, including songs from her studio albums and previously unreleased tracks and demos, as well as hit singles and recordings that ultimately did not land on any previous albums, on vinyl for the very first time.
Now we got some Ultimate Aaliyah, the second and final compilation album by the legendary R&B singer, available on vinyl for the very first time. Features hits from her studio albums, film career, and other appearances.
Next, we have Pop Smoke Faith, his second album and final album, released after his death in 2021. It has become the longest running #1 hip-hop R&B album since 1990.
Wow.
Yeah. Features appearances by Kanye West, Pusha T, Rick Ross, The Dream, 21 Savage, Future, Pharrell, Dua Lipa, Kid Cudi, and more.
Yeah, and a couple of Virginia Beach folks on there. Next up, we got Chicago, The Blues Today, Volume 1, the first installment of Vanguard Records' definitive 3-part series. Recorded in 1965, producer Samuel Charters enlisted 9 of the Midwest's best blues artists to record a short set showcasing the electric sound of Chicago blues. Volume 1 includes J.B. Hutto, Otis Spann, and Junior Wells with contributions from Buddy Guy. This LP features all analog mastering from the original stereo tapes, pressed on 100 gram vinyl and housed in a tip-on jacket. Back in 2021, this was released in a 2-volume set for Record Store Day. So make sure if you haven't already got that, this is how you can get it now, a little cheaper than that version. Hopefully you got it on Record Store Day. If not, we got you covered.
Next, we're going out with a bang.
Yes.
Or a clash. Joe Strummer and Mescaleros. This 7 LP collection includes all 3 studio albums, plus B-sides, demos, outtakes, and never-before-heard tracks. Exclusive book featuring unseen lyrics and art from the Strummer archive and limited edition art prints. Serves as a loving tribute to Strummer's final musical output, released in celebration of what would have been his 70th birthday year.
Amazing. That's what we've got. Almost 40 records for you.
Got a couple.
If you want to call dibs on any of these, just call us at 757-962-1996, or you can message us right here, wherever you're seeing us. I think that's about it. We're still working through stuff. We still haven't gotten that crazy buyback receipt. It's still sitting back there.
Eventually.
Hopefully this weekend, maybe tomorrow. Who knows? We can't wait to show you. That's all we've got. Dimitri has one thing to say. What do you have to say? Bye, Rena.
Rena.
Just Rena.
There it
That's
is.
it.
Rena. That's all we have to say.
That's
so
the final quote.
see you guys. Bye.